What is up, YouTube? Mr. King coming at you live from the studio. Here is the objective for today. It is 10 p.m. in Stockton. Today, you will be able to explain how to calculate force, acceleration, or mass to a friend. For the title for the notes, please write in a notebook how to solve force problems. Okay? But first, before we talk about force, I want to talk about money. How to calculate net profit. Shout out to Little Tay for the inspiration for this one. Please write down net equals overall. So when you think of net profit, I want you to think of overall money that you make. So here's a real example I'd use for Anime Club. If Anime Club buys a bag of 25 Takis for $10 and sells the entire bag of Takis, and the Takis sell for $1 each, how much money does our club net? How much net profit do we make? And please write this formula. To find out how much profit you make, you take the money that you made minus the money that you spent. Okay? So that's net profit. And remember, net in math means overall. So take the money you made minus the money you spent. Please pause the video now and try and calculate it. This is a real scenario. So every bag of Takis that I got from Winco, I would make $15. Okay? So I made 25, spent 10, so I netted $15. And it's very similar with net force. Net force, like profit, it's just the overall force. So sometimes you do have to do some subtraction. Here's my example. If you are playing tug-of-war with Axel, and he's pulling you 10 newtons to the right, but you are a little stronger with him, Axel's a small dog, you are pulling 45 newtons to the left. Who wins and by how much force? My hint for this one, in your notes, please draw a picture, an arrow going to the left and then an arrow going to the right. Try and figure out which numbers should go where. And then try and figure out the net force, the overall force. Okay, pause the video now, and then I'll go over the answer. So here are the labels, 45 to the left, 10 to the right. How much are you going to win by? Hopefully you noticed, if you're pulling 45 to the left, but Axel's pulling 10 to the right, you're going to have to subtract the 10 that he's pulling to the right to get the overall answer, which is 35 newtons to the left. Okay, we're going to do another example. Please try it yourself. That's the best way to learn, is if you try it yourself and then learn from your mistakes after. This one's going to be a little bit more involved. If you want to dunk a basketball, I personally have always wanted to dunk, but never could. That's why I have a picture of the GOAT here, Alex Caruso dunking on Michael Jordan. If you want to dunk a basketball and gravity is holding you down 50 newtons, but you need to get up to 25 newtons as the net force to reach the hoop. So gravity is holding you down 50. You need to get up to 25 newtons to reach the hoop. How much force do you need to jump? With how much force do you need to jump to dunk? Okay? So please pause the video now. Try and do it yourself. I'll give you a hint. Your picture should have 3 different arrows. Okay? So that's my hint. Please pause the video now and try and solve the problem yourself. Okay? Hopefully you noticed 3 different arrows. The one going down, that's gravity. I put a negative for the force because it's going downwards. The purple arrow was purple because blue and red combined gets you the net force. So it's purple. So that's my net. This is where you need to be. And the red is what you need to figure out. So you need to figure out how much force you need to jump to overcome the gravity and get to 25 newtons. Okay? This one will require some algebra. So if you're getting held down 50 newtons, you need to overcome 50 to get to 25. So if you're doing an algebra problem, blank or the question mark minus 50 equals 25. So to get the question mark by itself, you're going to add 50 to both sides. So the question mark equals 25 plus 50. So you need 75 newtons of force to dunk a basketball. which is why it's so hard. You really have to have strong legs to get all the way up to that basketball hoop to dunk, because gravity will hold you down. Okay? Here's a more difficult practice problem, and everyone has tried this at some point in their lives. Don't deny it. Everyone has tried to go up an escalator while it's going down. And we're going to calculate how much force you need to actually make it up. This woman is taking forever though. She's going super slow. So obviously you need to go a little bit faster if you want to actually make it up the escalator in time. Now she figured that out. She's starting to take a couple steps. Come on, Lee. You can make it. Come on. Oh my god. Okay, finally. Okay, so we're going to calculate how much force you need. And I'm going to go over the steps to figure it out. So step one, please write in your notes, step one to solve these force problems is draw a picture and keep it simple. We're going to do this problem together. So you can just copy my picture here. But write in your notes, step one to solve these problems is draw a picture. Keep it simple. Don't spend the whole time drawing a nice picture. Just draw stick figures and arrows. Okay? Look at the laptop. Okay, here's the problem. You're trying to run up an escalator that is moving downward. The escalator is moving downward with a force of -2 newtons. You weigh 50 kilograms and you use 10 newtons to try and run up against the escalator. How much do you accelerate when you're running up the escalator? Okay, so step one, draw a picture. Step two, label the picture. Please write step two in your notes and label the picture with the information. Just read the problem and then draw a picture and then go back to the problem and find all the different numbers and put the numbers in your picture. Okay? If there's a number in the problem that doesn't fit in your picture, try and add it to your picture. Okay? So here I have the blue arrow going up. That's how fast you're going, how much force you're using to get up the escalator. The right arrow is how much the escalator is pushing you down, and this is your weight. Step 3, write FAM, F-A-M, and fill in the blanks with what you know and what you don't know. So please write step 3 in your notes and actually do the problem. So for F, you're usually going to want to put the net force for F, put either a number or a question mark for A, and a number for M. Okay? So this is the part you're just trying to figure out what letters do you know and what letter do you need. Okay? So that's step 3. So 10 minus 2, 10 is going up, 2 is pulling you down. So the overall force is 8 newtons. We don't know the acceleration. That's what I asked you to find. And the mass is 50. Step 4, check that all of your units are correct. Force should be in newtons, acceleration is meters per second squared, mass is in kilograms. The reason why I include this, sometimes I and your professors will throw you off and put the mass in grams or in pounds. So sometimes you do have to do unit conversion, but step 4, just check all of the units are correct before you plug them in for step number 5. So in your notes, please write all 3 of the different possible equations. Yesterday, I tried to show how you take FAM and rearrange it to get acceleration and mass. Okay? Step 5, the last one, figure out what you need to find out and use the right equation and plug in what you know. Okay? So pause the video now, use the calculator. What is the acceleration if you're going up an escalator that's trying to push you down? Okay? So how you do it, we're trying to find acceleration, which is force divided by mass. So you take 8 newtons divided by 50 kilograms. So you're not going super fast. You're going 0.16 meters per second squared. That's the acceleration. That's the last one. Okay? Please write a summary in your notes about how you solve these problems for FEND. Try and break down every step in your own words. Okay? Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with me. When you're done, please take the practice quiz on Google Classroom. Okay? And we'll take the quiz tomorrow on Friday. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.